You boys ready?
Always ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready, yeah.
Right.
Wait.
Here we go.
No, I'm not.
Never
I'm not.
mind. False alarm.
Let me get my mic and my mouse ready. Because I'm set up in my bed. I have to arrange it.
While you're doing that, let me introduce myself.
Yes.
All right. Welcome, boys and girls, goblins and ghouls.
Woo!
I am the Turtle King. You can call me Trevor if you wish. I'll be your DM for this campaign. I am 21, 6 foot, and besides, misconception, my favorite color is not green, it is red. If you want more of me, you can find me on YouTube at the Turtle King, or on Twitch, TikTok, even Instagram on at the Turtle King 17. I do a lot of wacky shit, and sometimes, just sometimes, it's actually funny and entertaining. In any case, I am proud to officially announce the start of our Abyssal Wish D&D podcast. I will now turn the time over to whoever wants to take the floor.
I feel like it's
Way to
probably
do it.
second in command, right?
Yeah.
Let's go, Nick.
Alrighty. So, if you don't know already, my name is Nick. I go by Norelli. So that's about it. We're about to start this podcast, and I'm glad that we're actually going through with it. It was
Took a while
something that I
to-
thought maybe wouldn't happen because of how many people we've gone through, or they were gonna join us and then ended up dropping off the edge or something because we never heard back or what have you. So glad that we're finally able to do this. When it comes to connections, you can just find me on Instagram via the same name, Norelli. As always, that's the tag I use throughout everything. So if you want to find me anywhere else, that's how you find me.
Okay. Thomas, you want to go to you as our actual most credited person?
Gosh, no.
Most qualified?
No, people are gonna expect things from me.
Most qualified to play.
Oh, oof. Hey, everybody. Out there in the I don't know, podcast land. My name is Thomas. I was introduced and met Trevor and Nick here, along with our rowdy band of misfits and nerdy wells. This is going to be actually my first time doing a podcast per se, but I have had some past handles on YouTube doing a talking Shiba Inu dog known as Ozymandias. For those of you who are not ancient dinosaurs like myself and might get the references of that. But yeah, a little bit about myself. I am currently in the U.S. Air Force. I enjoy long walks on the beach, pina coladas, and getting caught in the rain. And yeah, no,
Input song.
and banned. We get kicked off immediately. Episode 1.
Damn.
All right, thanks for tuning into the podcast. This is officially the end.
Yeah, that's it.
It's been a good run.
Monetization, here we go.
All right,
Yeah.
who wants to go next? All right, Haley, your turn.
I'm like, someone's gotta get this cringe fest over. Let's go.
Come on.
I'm Haley. 6'2", local giant.
Local Amazonian.
True. Kind of new to D&D, but you know, getting to it, I guess. There's really not much. That's about it. I don't really have any links or anything like that, so yeah.
I love how all of our introductions so far have been like dating app things, like hi, 6'4".
Sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 6 foot. It's right up to the head.
It's okay. Lindsay and Nick are our shortest members.
Yes.
Yep.
Taller than Nick, though, so it's okay.
She's pretty
Nick's the
tall.
shortest.
I am the shortest. Local shorty.
Hey,
Local
Shout out
shorty,
to the short
local MILF funner.
oh,
Yeah.
no. Disclaimer: this is a PG.
It is not.
It is not.
I just want to
I don't
say,
know.
you guys decided to choose a literal demon apocalypse where there will be gore and torture versus an actual, like, maybe decent campaign.
Which is why we allow the MILF hunters to reign
I
supreme.
think as soon as
It's
you let
actually
me
a
in
homebrew
here, I think it
subclass that
just
we
it,
have.
it jumped up to a rated R. Honestly.
Lindsay, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, sluts. My name's Lindsay, and I am an old lady clocking in at 26. Unlike these young babies, and Thomas. Thomas is my age. We're the old ladies.
I'm
But
older than you.
we're the same age. We're the same age.
Okay.
We're 1 year doesn't matter, but like 6 does. Okay. So like anyway, so
Age
I'm
is but a
old.
number.
You can call me local goblin or goblin. I don't give a
That's
fuck.
what they say before they go to jail.
Yep. I didn't want to say it.
Sorry, Lindsay.
Content warning for all listeners. Our sense of humor is wild.
I like trash.
We are all trash.
That's why we're all friends.
Exactly. But yeah, I am 6'8", since apparently
No, you're not. You are not.
Don't have enough, I guess. And I like goblins a lot, and I play many goblins because I am one, and I have pride in myself as a human. I mean, goblin.
Goblin Pride. Let's get it trending.
Let's go.
Hashtag Goblin
Wow.
Pride. That's going to be our first official Twitter post after this
Hashtag
podcast
Goblin
comes
Pride.
out. All right. Well,
Oh, no.
without further ado, boys, I think we're ready to play some D&D.
Let's go.
We are. Yes, sir.
Woo! It's starting. The movie's starting.
Shut your titties.
Damn.
Make sure everyone's phone is
I'm gonna
on
talk
silent.
during the whole movie.
God damn it.
Just to annoy you. Every little bit at the important parts, I'm gonna be like, hey, what was that? Why are they doing that?
God, no. We already have a
Wait, why
player
is he
like
doing
that.
this? Why, he just, and then it's...
Nick, we already have a player like that in our other campaign. I don't need you to do it too.
I know.
Anyway, the world of Zinvera was quite a beautiful world. With few wars in the current times, the world seemed to be at relative peace. The world was full of untouched land. The world was lush and near perfect. But that all changed a year and a half ago. The forest burned, the lakes dried, the sky turned orange, and it was all his fault. Ar-Rosa, the demon who took over the lands, led a massive army of demons and devils to take over the land. Within 3 days, all the major kingdoms had fallen. Within 2 weeks, all cities were taken. Within a month, all major points on a map were gone. Either enslaved or turned to rubble, this truly was the end of the world. Bless you, Thomas. But, deep within a mountain, lies an old, abandoned dwarven mine and city. But that is yet to be found by the demon scouts that are constantly wandering the world for survivors. This mountain was the key to the world's salvation. Deep inside was an army, constantly growing to take over the demon forces. But we'll get to that soon enough. Just gonna take a second to turn down some audio, don't mind me. Okay. Continuing on. Milton,
Yes.
would you like to take a second to describe your character?
Certainly. Yes, hello. My name is Milton Dinkle. I am a human wizard. I am actually part of the scribes of the local area at the time. And before all this hullabaloo and nonsense started spewing out of the floor, I was just a common library scholar, a cloistered scholar, if you will. And I would do my best to make sure that all of the knowledge of arcane and ancient magics were preserved thoroughly. And, well, it seems to me like my job just got a whole lot worse.
Milton, as you're hiding out in your library that you've been in basically this entire time, you see shadows and hear horses running outside. They start talking to themselves before coming up to the door. Is there anything that you'd like to do in this moment?
Oh dear. Oh gosh.
Milton would look around, and just to give a little bit of a better picture of him, he's about 5'8". He's pretty skinny. He weighs about 130 pounds. He's kind of got like a greasy, long blonde hair, pale white skin, doesn't see the sun much. Blue eyes. Roughly, if you're going to look at him, he probably just turned 20. And at this point in time, he's probably barricaded himself within a part of that library where it has like some of like the bookcases and stuff are kind of like folded over on its side, but all the books are very like organized and prim and proper and in alphabetical order, like right next to him. And he's just like,
I won't let them hurt you.
and he just kind of sits there as he shakes in his boots as he hears this noise and commotion outside the door.
So you're gonna try and protect your books.
With my life.
All right. The doorknob starts jiggling, and it slowly opens.
Milton would like to try to duck behind where he's staying and maybe have a stealth check.
Okay, roll stealth.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
19? Okay. So you see a bunch of scouts coming in and taking some books.
Oh, that won't do it all.
You kind of overhear a conversation. I still don't really see why we need to take these books. And then the next one. Well, there's not a whole lot to do anymore besides train and read. Might as well get what we can and rebuild that library.
Overhearing this, Milton would. I imagine that he's probably lit some candles around the room away from the dry pages of the books in order to just kind of see. And he's going to cast Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation. Oh,
What
one of the
is
hardest spells.
that?
So it's a cantrip. It just allows me to do kind of like a harmless sensory effect, such as like a shower of sparks, puff of wind, musical notes, odd odors, stuff like that. I can instantly light or snuff out a candle. So as he sees this scout touching the books, any candles around the area that they're at, he would just kind of kind of wiggle his fingers really quick and just kind of like whisper to himself a little thing, and then like the candles would just kind of like snuff out one by one, just kind of give him a little bit of a spook.
Okay. They all do start looking a little on edge. They draw their weapons, which just look to be short swords. Nothing too special. And they start looking around. Spread out! Someone could be here.
Oh no. I thought they were going to be afraid.
And
Okay.
they're going to just look around. They don't seem to find you. However,
Okay.
they do come close. They are taking a hefty amount of books, though.
Oh, oh, blast! He's going to open up his spell book that he has, and inside he's got like uh, a flat looking, what appears to be almost like a ferret. It's a small, long noodle boy, if you will. He's going to open up a spell book, and when he does that, the strange looking bookmark will just kind of like balloon a little bit and kind of turn into what looks like a normal ferret. And he's like, "Okay, okay, Mark. I need you to go over there and
Mark.
stop them." Yeah, it's short for bookmark. But he's like, "All right, Mark. I need you to go over there and stop those miscreants from taking the books." And I imagine Mark would be looking up at him, just kind of like, like, "Oh man, you're supposed to be the brave one." Fine, I'll do it. And he's gonna like on his hands and knees, kind of do that, kind of like trying to be stealthy, just kind of like and kind of try and do like a
Roll me
wide
another strength check.
a
Not
strength check.
I meant stealth.
Oh, I was like, I'm not a strong man. 16.
16. Okay.
Man, I'm a fucking ninja.
Yeah, they somehow don't see you.
As
Which is
Milton, okay, so the area of the library that they're taking the books from, is this kind of like is there a counter or some sort of shelf or something that they're kind of like prying them off from? Something that I could weasel my way around to like the side of it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're kind of just emptying shelves in general.
Okay. And so Milton would just kind of like army crawl his way over to the edge of it and try and get roughly within range of the guard that is, or the scout rather, that is starting to touch the books. And he is just going to cast. Actually, no. Is there a rock or something on the ground that he'd be able to
There's
pick up?
plenty because the building is not in the best shape.
Fair enough. He would grab like some couple stones in his hand and just go, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah.
And he's just gonna like make a throw to just kind of like dink maybe in like a different direction so that the guard or the scout or
They
whoever.
do draw their attention. Some of them pull out crossbows. Others do still have their short sword out. Spread out. Someone's clearly here.
Oh boy. It's now or never. You can do this, Milton.
They start walking around, and can you roll me another stealth?
Oh boy.
This one's not as good. It's a 13.
As you think that you are still hiding, you then feel a blade on your back.
Ooh, oh,
Stand
oh,
up.
oh.
Who are you?
Milton slowly, with his hands raised, just kind of gets to his feet. Just like, I'm, oh, okay. I am Milton Dinkle. I'm actually one of the scribes for this particular library. What I should be asking is, who are you and why are you trying to take the books?
He kind of lowers his sword. Have you been hiding here this whole time?
Yes. Yes, it's been approximately 348 days since all this has gone down.
I think
Give
you
or
should come
take.
with us.
But I mean, who are you? I can't leave all these books.
There will be more books. Just look. We're a part of a regime. We need help. The fact that you've managed here on your own, well, that says something about you.
Well, I could consider myself pretty capable, sure.
And he just kind of like his clothing is clearly messed up. It is dirty. There's like little drool stains near his mouth.
Yeah, as he kind of just takes you, he's like, "Come on, we gotta get you out of here."
Oh, jeez. Oh, Mark. Oh, jeez.
We move on now to Carrick. I think, is that how I say your name? Or am I saying it wrong?
No, you're saying it correctly, Carrick.
Okay. Carrick, you are leading a small group of refugees through what used to be a lush forest. Now only husks remain, though. The sound of thundering footsteps is coming your way, and as you see them come closer, you see that they are people, alive and well. They stop to you and the small group of people. These folks all seem to be kind of masked, like they have like the bandana over their mouths and nose, hoods up, and
Okay.
they look at you, Carrick, like, "You there? You seem to know what you're doing. How about you'd like an end to all this madness?"
How would you go about doing that?
Well, I can't resist. Sorry, wrong word. I can't give out too much information. But you should know. We have a camp of our own. Large.
What information can you give me?
The information we can give? Well, we're just wanting an end to all of this. We're starting...
You mean this? The apocalypse?
Yes. We believe we can put an end to it. We're building.
Building what?
That's as far as I can say.
He eyes them. He eyes them suspiciously. Can I make an insight check?
Absolutely.
Thank you. This man is not very trusting.
You do also
Alright.
notice that there are enough horses for you and the refugees that you are with.
Okay, so there would be enough horses if we were to go. Gotcha.
Yes.
I rolled a 14 for my insight.
He's being pretty genuine about wanting this thing to end. It seems as though he's like been told that he can't give a lot of information.
Alright.
Okay. One condition. When you take us to where we are going with you, I will speak to your leader.
Of course.
Alright.
That was the
He
plan.
turns to the refugees.
Everyone, saddle up. We ride.
And a lot of these refugees do not look like they're in good condition. Like, a lot of them look very hungry and thirsty. So,
Alright. He's gonna help them onto their horses.
Right.
Then. Whoever needs help, he'll help.
some of the refugees also help them. So,
Awesome.
we now move on to Koratari. Actually, wait. You didn't give a description of what your character looks like.
I didn't?
No.
Oh, him.
I didn't ask for it, though. But that one's on me.
Yeah. I'm like,
What did your
I'm like,
character
okay,
look
we're
like?
just going right into it. Okay, my character, so he's a Goliath. He's a mountain Goliath. He is, I believe I put his height at 7 feet 8 inches. He's 295 pounds. His skin is kind of like a light gray / clay colored. He's got white eyes, and then he's got really dark brown like they're brown, but they've got a little maroon in them, like maroon markings on his face. One of them kind of goes in like a small triangle on his head, like right near his forehead, and then he's got lines that come across his cheeks and then right under his chin.
Okay.
And as for the armor he's wearing, currently he's wearing chainmail, and he has a shield and a long sword.
Okay. So, we move on to Koratari. Who would you like to give me a description of your character?
She is 6'6". She is also tan, white hair. She has white eyes. She is a Kalishtar. So yeah, her features are slightly slanted in a way. She has like kind of like under her eyes like blood drips like that are permanent and blood-stained hands as well. And yeah.
Okay. Um, you are within an old, crumbled town's shadows. This place was just recently attacked by a horde of demons. They managed to take 8 refugees and killed 12. Things were getting worse around here, and just as the dust was starting to settle, you hear a small roar of a crowd coming your way. Horses. Living people who look far better than anyone in this old town. They rushed in. Their leader, a half-orc woman with an eye patch, she looks at everyone. You were all recently attacked. I'm sorry. But what if I told you we could put an end to this? While I can't give specifics, you'll just have to trust me. Anyone wanting this threat to end needs to come with me. The people seem to be distraught, or, well, they look like they had given up. A lot of them just kind of go into the old buildings, choosing there to hide it out or rot away. What do you do?
Not sure I could persuade them, but I can try.
I mean, you could try.
No, I could not.
Never mind, she can't.
I don't even know if I want to try. Anyways, I look back at all the people going inside and shrug. Like, well, how far am I from the orc lady?
Not very.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering, see if she could hear me, or if I could back the crowd.
No, she can hear
Anyways, I just tell her like, hey, I would like to join.
you. All right. Do you have a
I don't know if
horse?
there's any helping the rest of the people, but no, I do not.
Hop on.
Okay.
They seem to have quite a bit of extra horses, so. All right.
All right.
And that leaves it to Welg. Welg, would you like to describe your character?
Hello. It's nice to meet you all. I am a goblin. A hobgoblin. I'm a bit of a mix of a hobgoblin.
It's a tall-
I
tall
am
goblin.
a cleric and a druid, and I have red skin and white hair. That is all. Yes.
Okay. Wogue, you are aiding a small camp when you as well, you hear the rumbling of horses coming your way. You see an elvish warrior leading the group. Half of his face is covered by a mask, and I don't mean the bandana type, I mean like it like goes from one side of his face, covering
Like
the rest of
Zuko
it.
style.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
like.
He kind of
Wogue's
stops
gonna
in
be
the
like-
middle of town. How many of you are tired of this? Don't you want this world back to how it was? Please, if any of you are fighters or have the urge to fight, we need your help. But you must decide quickly. This area isn't safe for long.
Oh, hello. Hi, I'm Wogue. Wogue immediately just walks up and like puts his warhammer over on his shoulder, has his shield on his back, and is just extending his hand like it's a fucking luncheon. Like,
You seem to actually bring a smile to this warrior's face. Possibly from disbelief that anyone would be as chipper as you are in the given circumstances. But so he shakes your hand. Well, it's a pleasure
he
to meet you,
probably
Wogue.
moves Wogue a little bit when he shakes him.
Absolutely, he does.
Yeah. So I heard that you're. I mean, I don't. But I can fight if you want.
Do you have
me
a
to.
horse?
No.
Then get on.
Get what? Huh?
I mean,
He motions to the back where there are like 6 spare horses.
Thank you. Yes, appreciate it. And then Wogue just like clunks off in his clunky little armor to find a horse.
Okay. None of the refugees
Okay.
that you were with. What was that, Nick?
I was just saying it's hard to afford a horse in these trying times.
Exactly.
They got some kind of horse farm, but wait, if Wogue realizes that no one's following him, he's gonna stop dead in his tracks and turn around immediately. Hey, wait, what are you guys doing?
A lot of them seem really afraid to even believe that getting out of this world is a possibility. I mean, they've seen the type of things that these demons do.
So Wogue just looks up at the guy, the elf guy, and he's like, "Hey, do you have like food and shelter?
Plenty of it.
Dry places to sleep?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. And then he just looks at the refugees and he's like, gestures with his hands, like, there's no reason not to take, like shit already sucks, guys. Come on, let's go. Chop chop. Should I roll persuasion?
No, a few people do come with you, but not all of them.
Who's left?
Like 6 or 7 people, but these people look like husks. They don't look like they are really all there mentally.
What would happen if Wogue like grabbed one of their hands?
Nothing. They're not going.
Could he? No, he wouldn't be able to physically move them.
They don't want to be moved.
He would look like, you would suddenly see like that veneer of like, you know, chipperness just immediately drop. But you can tell that he's done this before, and he just kind of, you know, clasps one of them on the shoulder, shakes him a little bit, and then just kind of continues on.
Okay. As you are all starting to ride, they all take you to a large mountain. Some of your train trips range from 30 minutes to 3 hours. You all rush into a cave, traveling about another mile. You notice a lot of old minecart tracks. Following them all, which leads to the same spot, you stop at a stable, a very large one. In the distance, you see a white and black-spotted tabaxi tending to the animals. As you all stop riding and get off your horses, you see a drow, which, for those of you unfamiliar with the whole dark elf or D&D thing, it's a dark elf. And she is coming to greet you. Welcome back, boys. Thanks for the help. I'll take it from here. She has dark skin, yellow eyes, pure long white hair, and several piercings in her right ear. She is sporting a dark-colored, studded leather piece of armor that has a web design on the front. And she is also wearing like a half dress, I think is the only way to like describe it, how like one side is like longer than the other leg. As well as a black cloak / cape. My name is Andiris Brenet, Scoutmaster. Welcome to the HQ, darlings. Shall we take the tour?
So if no one talks for a moment, Woe's gonna raise his hand, like a fucking preschooler.
What's everyone doing immediately first?
Oh, we're all together.
Yeah, you're all together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Carrick just kind of eyes the rest of the group, sizing them up.
Milton has his hands clutched heavily over his most prized possession, his spell book, and anybody who whenever somebody looks at Milton, he kind of clutches it a bit harder, and you see that mark, which is inside the book. His eyes just kind of like bulge a little bit.
Poor Tori's just standing there. She's just looking around, like she's, mapping out her surroundings, basically.
And Wogue is trying to make friends with everyone, the best his little, red ass can. But most likely everyone's ignoring him because they have depression and are dying or something.
Yes. So, You raised your hand.
Yes, I did. Like.
Okay. Andiris kind of looks at you. Did you have a question, love?
No, I thought never mind. I'm sorry. I thought it was roll call. Now he looks like really sheepish.
He thought it was roll call.
Hi.
Milton kind of very like gingerly, shakingly raises his hand while he has the other one still clasped on his book.
Will grabs that hand and shakes it really roughly.
Oh gosh.
It's nice to meet you.
Hello. Okay. Hi. Oh wow. Okay, we're touching.
No, we're not. I'm wearing gauntlets.
I mean that's your contact and my contact. It's physical. I mean, technically speaking, if we're at an anatomic level, we're never touching, but this is still close enough.
All right. Well, anyway, Woke has already let his hand go and has just completely disregarded that entire conversation.
Milton pulls out a book called How to Handle Social Interaction.
Oh gosh, what's it say?
No, Andiris looks at you, Milton, and she goes, "Oh, I didn't expect my scouts to bring back someone."
Well, to be fair, I didn't expect to be brought either. So, hi.
And he kind of looks at the group as if this is like an AA meeting, and he's just like,
I'm Milton.
I'm addicted to books.
I'm addicted to knowledge.
Live, laugh, love books.
Oh man. And he'll address the drow female and be like,
I don't want to seem ungrateful for this forced evacuation from my current living status, but where are we?
She smiles, but doesn't answer your question. Not yet.
Yeah, okay, you have some good talk. I'll be over here.
She motions for you guys to follow, and as she, goes about the tour of this abandoned mine shaft / town, you can tell that it was very clearly an old dwarven mine that, they obviously mined all the natural resources, so they kind of abandoned it. It was also like a little mining town as well. You guys see a large amount of railroads, bright glowing crystals varying in color of red, blue, pink, and orange. Upon entering the main town, you will notice a few different buildings, all mostly repurposed into other things. For example, the general store is now the armory, the inn is treated more like a barracks, and the tavern is now mostly just like a food storage. The town hall remains the same, as is the blacksmith. There are a few different layers you can see going about up to like 3 more like floors, let's call them. Scattered about the large areas are tons and tons of tents. Like, there are lots and lots of people here. Races of all kinds are everywhere. The only races like you really don't see are goblins, but that might just because they're short. Gnomes, tieflings, and kenkus. Everything else seems to be here, the majority of it being human, dwarf, or elf. Come with me. You'll want to meet the other generals first, loves.
Oh, generals. Oh boy.
Oh, fantastic.
She leads you all to the town hall, where she stops you outside the building. Just one moment, please. And she walks in. You all hear chatting for a moment before 2 other women walk out. One is a slightly pale human woman with short blonde hair. She has blue eyes and wears white plate armor with a royal blue cape resembling birds' wings. She wears a gold crest on the center of her armor that seems to resemble a royal crest. At her hip is a sword that seems to shine slightly. The hilt also resembles some sort of wing. Not wig. She smiles at you all. Welcome, all of you. I'm Malel Stoutai, the strategist.
Ooh! Ooh. I wasn't muted. Oops.
No, you were not muted. Beside her is a dark-skinned woman who looks a bit more battle-worn. She has somewhat longer black hair that goes down on the side. on one side. She has emerald green eyes and is crossing her arms. At her side seems to be a demonic-looking sword that gives off an orange glow. She's wearing dark steel-plated armor with a dark red half-cloak behind her. Only 4 of them? By the gods, the recruits get less and less. She looks a little frustrated, and Malel kind of looks at her. Don't stress, Jenna. At least people came to begin with. Okay. What do you guys wanna say to these generals?
Wogue is just
Which
staring
one-
up at them and just gulps. He's like,
Women.
girl. He could barely handle the drow. Now he's just like, oh my god, there's so many women here. I don't know how to do this.
Nick, do you have something to say?
Yeah, Carrick wants to get his side of the bargain figured out. He wants to figure out which one of them's the leader, and then get more information. Make sure that this is actually the operation they say it is.
Okay. Which one would you like to talk to
So,
then?
which one of you is the leader?
Malel kind of looks up at you. Well, we're all kind of the leaders here, the generals and I. I started the whole shebang, if you want to call it that. So I guess I would technically be in charge.
Okay. So, what is the exact purpose of this operation in your own words?
In my own words, now that we are free from prying eyes, this is an operation to overthrow the demon that took over in the first place. As you look around, I'm sure you've noticed that there are plenty of soldiers like yourself.
I have, yes.
These are our forces, growing, I wish I could say every day, but
Dwindling?
I wouldn't say dwindling. Just people are less reluctant to join. You see, we can't necessarily give out all of our plans out in the open. This is the one place their eyes haven't found. We're trying to build a secret army.
I see. Where are we going to send everyone? Per se, when we do get enough people.
She kind of thinks for a moment. So there might be a few bugs in the whole plan. We're still working through those. But the point is, we'll have
Size.
an army to begin with to stand a chance.
You gotta start somewhere, I guess.
This is
Oh,
true, but if we do not have aim, we will be food for the slaughter. I wish to avoid that for me and the refugees I brought along.
Okay, well, the thing is, as long as we're not found out, we are completely safe here.
He just gives a grunt, and that's that.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'ams.
They all kind of look at you. Malel with a more gentle look. Jenna with a very stern look as she has not stopped folding her arms. And Dearest just kind of looks at you as she has been.
With his knowledge of being in the libraries of most likely like the resident kingdom that he was found in or anything like that, would there be anything? Could I roll a history check to see if I recognize that insignia?
You could, yes.
Ooh, looking at a dirty 21.
That's really unfortunate because I don't remember the name of the place that they were from. And I deleted it.
Dragon Crest.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's Dragon Crest. That's where they're from.
Ah,
Within further inspection, you could probably tell that this is the princess, but she looks sincerely different than any description of her has ever been given of.
I couldn't help but notice your crest. That's the insignia of the Kingdom of Dragon Crest, correct?
It is.
I heard that your kingdoms were one of the first to fall. I'm so sorry about that.
Jenna kind of sternly looks up. No, it was the first to fall.
Oh, my apologies. I don't get out
Wait.
much.
Wait. So if you guys were the first of all, and you're still alive, Wogue immediately, like, bows and is like, you all must be very formidable. Like, he recognizes that they are very good at surviving.
Malel kind of holds her hand up to Jenna before she can say anything and just be like, well, we've had hope in each other. I've learned that if you trust each other with your life, you can accomplish almost anything.
Wogue, like, beams at that, because that's, like, his thing. Like, he's totally, like, all about friendship is magic and all that bullshit, so he's just like, I like what this lady's saying.
Jenna makes direct eye contact with Koratari, who has said nothing. You're awfully quiet.
She's also awfully dirty. Why are you covered in blood?
We'll never.
Jenna looks at you and is like, careful not to talk all at once.
Wogue, like, is currently getting his backpack out and is, like, wrestling through it. Like, hold up. I probably have, like, a clean rag in here somewhere for you. And you just see, like, random linens being pulled out and onto like, the dirty-ass floor while he, like, looks for something to help you, like, clean up all the blood on you, not realizing that it's, like, your thing.
Do you do anything?
Is she dead?
She's fucking dead.
Yeah. I'm like, hello?
Haley?
Is that blood
I'm
hers?
right here. Sorry,
Haley,
cut out
I
for
mean-
a minute.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It cut out. I'm good. I've just been watching.
Okay, so you're not gonna say anything to anyone?
Wogue's trying to
No.
clean the blood off of you, like...
Just looking down at her like okay.
Alright.
I just pat her head, be like, alright.
Okay.
I didn't know I had blood on me, so it's confusing, but alright.
I thought you had, like, blood stains on you because you're a blood hunter.
Oh, I know, that's on my hands, not my
Yeah.
clothes or anything like that. Oh, you were doing my hands, okay.
Yeah, Wogue was grabbing your hands and, like, scrubbing them with a rag.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess the blood doesn't really come off.
Oh, man, this
Yeah,
stuff's
it
not really
doesn't.
good.
I mean, if you scrub harder, it might.
Oh my god, don't be
Milton-
masochist.
Milton looks at this and how dirty her hands are and just clutches all of like the books he has in his pack like a little tighter, like
I'm not letting her touch them.
I looked at Milton and I started reaching out for him.
Oh, jeez.
Noticing your obvious
And Dearest speaks up now. Well now, now that you've met them, we should continue on our lovely tour.
Oh, we did a tour?
Yeah, it's literally the first thing I said when you got here, darling.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted.
Okay. She takes you guys over to the blacksmith, where you see an orog, which is a half ogre and half orc. He's
Interesting.
banging a hammer on an anvil as he forges. This here is Barth. He is our blacksmith. He is a tall half-orc, half-ogre with long black hair and a huge muscular physique. He looks at you all.
Greetings, friends. I'll be in charge of your weapons and armor crafting. Since basically any currency is dead now, bring any coins or scrap you find to me. Might just be able to make you something
Well, that should be it. I believe Jenna wanted to see you guys on the training field. I should say that she did actually give you a tour of the whole place. We ended it on the blacksmith.
Okay, Vogue smiled and waved at everyone he met.
Yeah,
Period.
absolutely. Not a lot of people wave back at you.
Milton looking for any libraries that they have.
They have one, and it looks small.
Milton size.
Well, if you have any problems with anything or have any questions, feel free to find me. Go get some rest when you're done, and we'll see each other soon.
Thank you. They didn't. I do have a complaint though. They didn't put a mint under my pillow. I'm really disappointed about that. Vogue is
Hey,
clear.
Laura, it's okay. I'll put one under your pillow for you.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
very sketchy. I wouldn't trust that.
Wait, we have pillows.
Oh, that's why. Right. Yep.
Andreas looks up. I never said that you did.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
You have books. That'll work.
Milton takes out like a how to sleep comfortably anywhere encyclopedia.
I'm just
Oh,
peering at
man.
his book twice. I'm like, no, just no.
Okay. So, do you guys want to just head straight to Jenna then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you find
Go.
that Jenna is near the training grounds where there are like targets, magic runes, and a few dummies behind her. All around, you see people are sparring. Excuse me. All right, listen up. I'm not going to go easy on you because the enemy won't either. But before I know how bad you need to be trained, I need you to strike the dummies as hard as you can.
Oh no.
So, Milton, you're up first.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't mind letting somebody else go.
Did I stutter?
Oh, okay, well, I know I am. Okay.
And Milton will walk up to the.
You don't need to hit it. Just hit it with your strongest attack.
Attack.
He
You know,
starts
like
like
bippity boppity boo. You know, like.
he starts
Target next
rubbing
spend
through
slot
his-
for this.
You'll
starts
long rest after it, so it's okay.
Okay.
He starts rummaging through his bag, and he's just like,
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Communication for dummies. Oh no. Maybe
Jenna
cooking-
folds her arm as she is waiting.
Of course. Okay. And
Geology.
he opens his spellbook and he's flipping through it like a madman, just saying like, "Oh God, what do I do? They're all looking at me. Oh geez. Oh gosh." Okay.
Oh man.
And he's going to look at the dummy, look down at the book, look at the dummy again, look down at the book, and just go, "Okay, here we go. It's fine. It should be fine." Yeah.
and he's gonna try and cast a lightning bolt at it.
Okay. Roll to attack,
All right, it's gonna be.
because I believe that's an attack roll, isn't it?
It's a. Yeah, well, technically, it's like a deck save.
But a dummy can't move, so yeah, just roll attack anyway. We'll say that.
Okay, 19.
19 is definitely gonna hit it. Roll the damage that you do on this dummy.
13.
Okay. So she kind of looks at you and she doesn't really say anything, whether it was good or bad. She just kind of nods and says, "Okay, next."
I could try again if you did. No, okay.
Next.
I'll check. I'll be okay. Thank you.
Carrick, that would be you.
He just kind of walks up, kind of does a little shoulder stretch, and gets all the stuff out. You know, that kind of deal.
All right. Let's do this.
And for this, I am actually going to. Forgot Divine Sense. My brain's faltering. I have 2 attacks, but Divine Sense counts as an action. Does that mean it takes up both those slots, or do I get an attack after that action?
Well, what's Divine Sense doing?
Okay. As an action, you can. Hold on one sec. Not Divine Sense. My bad. Channel Divinity, Sacred Weapon. As an action, you
That
can
makes
imbue
more
a weapon
sense.
with positive energy. For 1 minute, the weapon is considered magical, and you add +3 to attack rolls.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. He's going to do that. He's going to channel divinity into his weapon, into his longsword, and his longsword's going to glow.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, he is going to make an attack with his longsword. Let me roll the hit.
Okay.
Okay. 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
Alright, and then, however, he's going to use 2 hands for this attack.
Ooh, giving him
Yes.
the D10. I see.
It does give him the D10,
I
yes.
see. I
Yes.
see.
Then he gets 2 attacks, so this is going to be nice.
Milton is feeling very
Doggy!
self-conscious about going first and seeing how much stronger everyone else is.
It's okay, hold on one sec.
Milton just kind of leans over at Wogue. Just, you,
Okay.
you like cool fighting stuff.
21 damage.
21 damage.
I do like cool fighting stuff.
You seem to cut pretty deep into this dummy.
He reaches over his head with 2 swords and does an overhead cut. Hooah! And
Okay.
cuts right into it.
Awesome. Awesome. Jenna kind of
He
looks at
sheathes
you.
his sword.
Okay. Wasn't terrible. Koritari, that would be you next.
He just says under his breath, "Wasn't terrible." Scoffs. Like, I'd like to see you do better.
Do you want her to?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. So I will pull out both of my short swords. And, yeah. I, crimson right one of them, so I cut my hand open and just, like, strip the blood on the swords.
But before you do that, Jenna did hear your comment about about you wanting to see her do better.
How did she hear that? He
No.
said it under his breath.
Passive perception, my boy.
Oh, no.
I forgot to use my bonus action, by the way, for smite.
Oh,
I forgot to do that.
it's no
Yeah,
big deal.
I had branding smite,
She
so.
pulls out her demonic-looking sword and attacks the dummy, cutting it right in half.
How much damage, though?
How much damage?
Yeah. Could just be a clean cut. Might not do a whole ton of damage.
It was a pretty good amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can also see that the dummy starts to kind of grow ice crystals around it as she strikes it as well.
Oh, cool.
Koritari, what did you want to do?
Well, I wanna, I wanna, attack with both short swords, but I, crimson right one of them.
Okay. What does that do? And what is it, like, how do you do that?
I cut my hand open and I, like, drip the blood over the sword. Basically imbue it with my blood. Yeah.
Cool. Does it, like, glow at all, or?
Yeah, it glows.
Okay. So, you strike the dummy.
Yeah, 2 times.
Two
And I rolled
times,
a hit for all of them, and I passed.
Okay.
Because I have a 2 actions.
Okay. So how
Yeah,
much damage
so-
do you do on the
42.
42?
Yeah.
That is, you definitely cut into it. And I would say that you probably also demolish your dummy as well.
My bad.
Like demolish? Like it's just kind of it shatters into pieces, or
I'd s- mm, it, pro-
demolish in what sense?
it probably cuts in half as well if she's striking it.
Okay, so it just kind of cuts in half.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay.
I turn around and be like, I'll pay for this.
No, it's no need. It's actually what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Wogue, she looks directly
Hello.
at you.
I wave.
You're up.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, fun. Okay. So I'm gonna like just trot up to the nearest dummy, and I'm gonna try inflict wounds as a cleric. I know it's a dump, but whatever. I got a 17 plus 6, 23 to hit,
Yep, that'll hit.
and I'm doing it at a first level, I think. So how do I make this small again? Go small.
Is that the battle cry?
Yeah. Ah! No.
Go small.
Rogue just
Alerts
bitch.
all enemies.
Rogue just straight up like bitch slaps the dummy. Oh man, only 21? Alright, well, 21 to hit. I mean,
Yeah.
21 damage.
With 5d10,
This is still
that's not a
pretty-
lot.
This
Yeah,
is still
it isn't.
pretty intense for like a dummy. Just be like, let me just drop 21 damage on you real quick, like, snapping my fingers.
Oh, I know. So Milton was definitely the weakest damage.
I did like 5d10 for a reason, and I still ended up with like.
Well, yeah, the thing was to try and hit it as hard as you could. So
Well, I'm just saying, you all got to touch your target. The wind could have been off. There's a lot of different factors that could have came. It's
Okay.
whatever.
Oh, I don't have to
Um,
hit it! Rogue backs up. I'm gonna do another attack without actually hitting it, just to fuck with Milton, if that's okay.
Milton, actually no, she looks at you. If that was the issue, she draws her sword and gives it to you.
Oh gosh,
Oh.
Go ahead then.
how heavy is the sword?
I want to. I mean, it's a long sword,
Okay.
so I imagine it's wieldable. It is heavy.
I guess I'll roll to hit if you want to. I don't have a longsword on me, but I'll roll to hit it. And then
It
if
would
I-
be a +2, but you'd also have disadvantage.
Oh god.
I mean, it's just like the weight of a normal longsword, right? It's like
Yeah.
3 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 3 pounds.
I'm not a very strong person.
You can carry 3 pounds. You have books with you all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
my muscles are trained to handle the weight of
They're trained for books, okay, not metal.
Well, no, he's probably gonna like swing it around badly, but you can pick it up.
Curious to see how this will turn out.
Performance.
Milton is
0.
dragging the sword up to the
He
target.
has no knowledge of swords. That's why he has disadvantage.
He swings it like a baseball bat.
He just kind of goes up and just goes like tries to. Oh yeah, no, he got an 8.
You fucking missed.
The weight of the sword whips him around and he falls on his ass.
The wind, huh?
Yeah, it was a very stiff breeze. Yeah.
You realize that we're in a mountain where there is no wind.
Oh, well, actually, popular to contrary belief,
He starts going on a rant about like
Are
how
you correcting me?
Yes.
Are you talking
Oh,
back
no.
to me?
Cortari's like, you sure showed that dummy.
no, sir, ma'am, Mrs.
All right. She puts her hand up to get you to shut up. Okay.
You know, you could just thrown a book at it.
Blasphemy.
Damage the book? No.
More damage.
Trevor, your fucking Milton voice is even worse. The OG will. No.
Okay. So after that, she kind of just looks at you. I should be fine for now. Go get some sleep. We'll have a job for you in the morning.
Oh, I hope it's a librarian.
It won't be. And then she walks
Oh.
off.
How did you hear me? Oh gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
So this time is now yours to go find wherever you want to sleep. Literally anywhere. That's
Damn.
They're
Wogue
just
is
gonna go find a
clambering
wall and
out of
sit
her,
next to it.
Look at this
Clambering
tree.
out of
Such a
his
nice
suit.
tree.
there is no trees.
There are no
Damn it.
trees.
Wogue's looking
It's
for a
under-
nice little cave.
You are in a cave.
Look at this brick.
This
Yeah.
is
Such a
nice
Like a
nice
little
cave.
outcrop. You know, like a little
a
hole in
cave.
the wall.
So you see, Wogue, roll a perception check for me.
Oh no. Where
Oh,
even is my
man.
perception? Alright, here we go. Eee. 11.
You see a small hole where ore used to be. That was mined
Okay,
out.
so I'm starting to like clamber out of my armor, and like I'm getting out my little scrappy little bedroll, just shoving it in the hole, and just clearly just like, please just punch.
You are too tall for the hole, but that's not stopping you. You're going to sleep in it.
I can lay down. It's fine.
Yeah, your feet are just dangling out of it.
No, I'm just gonna turn around and only my head's gonna be poking out. Good night, everyone.
That's so much more uncomfortable.
And then I just put my helmet on my
Your
head and
body's
go.
like this, and then your head is like at an angle downward.
She's fine with it.
I mean, everyone has the bedroll at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Or you're just surprised.
Actually, Milton will kind of fumble with his fingers while he's hanging onto his book. He's like, I might have a solution. Being around so much knowledge about survival and utility-based magics, I could provide us a temporary lodging if we just find a space. I'll need about 10 feet in diameter.
You're gonna need a perception that because a lot of space is kind of taken up by other people.
Be like a sleep pile.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. You don't see any like real space that you could.
Oh, well.
Can I perception it?
Yeah, you know, you can all perception if you're all like gonna sleep under the
Like,
same
let me look
area.
real quick.
I'll look too. Why not? Wogue's got
While you're in your little hole.
down perspective.
Damn. I got a 16.
Yeah, you can
I
find one.
got a 23.
As can Wogue.
Her head's just popping out, looking everywhere.
I'm like upside down,
No.
looking around
Yeah.
upside down my little hole, and I just see a place like up above, like,
The
hey.
ceiling, yes.
No, like you guys can actually find a place. Milton just didn't see it.
But yeah.
I
I
just crawl out
show
my hole.
Milton the sufficient amount of space for what he's asking for.
Okay. Excuse me for just 1 moment. I'll need a minute. And Milton will take out some stuff from his component pouches and just kind of like draw on the ground with some chalk and whatnot. And then he's going to put a little a small crystal bead in the center of it. And he's going to clap his hands together and just start kind of mumbling some incantations and stuff. And then you're going to see this 10-foot radius dome just kind of springs into existence. And it's kind of like he's going to be casting Leomund's Tiny Hut. And I will show you what that is in the chat. All right, there. So it's like, I believe, well, I'm not too sure about you taller folk, but approximately 9 creatures of at least medium size or smaller can fit inside here. And nobody can really get to us. So you don't have to worry about picked pockets.
Is that something Milton worries about?
There's a lot of expensive books.
Oh my god. So does anyone
Like,
actually
no worries,
go
I
to
can
sleep?
crawl.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay.
Woke joins him totally. Woke's like, all right, sweet.
I just crawl into the tent.
Woke's all up with like heavy armor inside
You're
behind.
gonna hit my head.
So how I imagine this is, right? Imagine like a half circle. It's cut. It looks like a igloo, except you just kind of walk through it. Like it kind of feels like you kind of have the little
Yes, the
Oh,
spectral
okay.
glue.
and so when you guys get in there, it's just kind of a comfortable space. Like there's still the same ground as there was on the outside and everything, but you'd have enough room to roll out your bedrolls and everything. And it is comfortable. It's dry, regardless of the weather outside. And um, Milton, after everybody's kind of comfortable and whatnot, he just kind of like claps his hands twice, and the lights kind of dim.
He's like, "Well, there you go. If anybody doesn't want to sleep with the light on, just let me know."
Okay.
His books will protect us.
Knowledge is power.
Woke
As you
is
guys
by now.
take this long rest, I think that is where we're gonna end the introductory episode.
Nice.
We did it, boys.
Episode 1, Session 0, done.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh,
We did it. It's a thing.
Bobby
See,
Seagull. We
Guys,
did
I
it.
have a
I
problem.
lost Carrick's voice like halfway through. I gotta keep talking in his voice or I'll lose it. It's one of
Guys,
those.
I give up.
I have a problem. I don't know how to end a podcast.
Say
I'll
bye,
try to
bitches,
spill out,
and then close
spill out
it.
my character.
Okay, bye, bitches.
Abyssal Wish is myself, Trevor Griffiths, as the DM and editor, Nick Lucarelli as Carrick the Goliath, Haley Jones as Koratari the Kalishtar, Lindsay Faketa, hopefully I said her name right, as the artist of the thumbnail, and Wogue the Goblin, and Thomas Rawl as Milton Dinkle, music by Isaac Ayres, a young musician that we have found, and he is quite brilliant in my opinion. Personally, I think that this whole thing was quite good. I mean, we're still going to be experimenting with a couple of things. I bought a new mic a couple days after the first recordings that you're going to see, so these first two podcasts are going to be with a different recording. Let us know what you thought of our first episode. We worked hard on it, and it's only going to get better from here. We're going to be constantly changing things, and I mean, again, we're a new podcast. We're trying to figure stuff out as we go, but for real, let us know what you think. Rate us whatever you want. Leave us a like, but definitely make sure to comment your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week.